Hi everyone, welcome back again to Mastering Retaining Walls and Shoring Systems using Plaxis 2D. This is tutorial number 17. We are going to investigate the effect of increasing number of struts on the stability of this deep excavation supported by a diaphragm wall. So if you remember in tutorial 16 in previous tutorial, we simulated this example and we used only one strut which is located 2 meters below the ground level, and we found the factor of safety. It was about 1.4 or 1.5. So in this example we will add another strut which is located 4 meters below the ground level, and we will see how it affect or increase the safety factor for this excavation supported by a diaphragm wall. So we will open tutorial number 16. And first of all I will copy the title of this tutorial. So all other properties, soil layers, the load and diaphragm wall, and the properties for the strut element will be same as the previous tutorial. We will only add another strut element at this location, and we will reanalysis again and see what is the effect of increasing number of strut on the stability of this retaining wall. So this is tutorial number 16. I will click on file and save project as. So I will save it in tutorial number 17 and we click on save. Okay, so we have as you can see the calculation is finished. We can check the safety factor at the final construction phase. So we save the project again and we click on safety factor phase and we click on edit phase. So as you can see, the factor or the reached safety factor is about 3.2, which is greater than the previous tutorial. When we used one row of struts, the factor of safety was about 1.4, and right now you can see the safety factor is doubled to 3.2. So we can see how increasing the number of strut rows increase the stability of the deep excavation supported by diaphragm wall or any other structure. It stays, and you can also select the manufacturer, and we can also select the standard. For example, I selected this standard and ASME B36, and we can apply now, and I selected these standards NPAS, and we can choose series. So as you can see, we have a standard identification and the diameter, the thickness and the area of cross section, and other properties like moment of inertia, section modulus, etc. For example, the one which we used in this example was NPS, this one. The diameter was 406.4 millimeters, and thickness of the pipe was 12.7 millimeters.